So Buck Williams back to the foul line. We discussed earlier the fact that he has come a long way. He's made major strides at the line, but he missed his first and missed it badly. This one too strong, and Boston calls for the timeout.
This crowd senses that something good is going to happen once again. Down 2, just over 4 seconds remaining. They'll have another shot opportunity at it.
That's the Celtics' final timeout. Portland has 2 left. So 4 2/10 seconds to go in overtime. And Portland leading by the score of 134-132. The Celtics trying to end a 3-game losing streak. They come off the loss to the Nets on Friday. They led by as many as 19 in that one. While Portland, coming off a win in Atlanta on Friday night, has won 7 in a row, and they have been an excellent road club. 20-12, second best road record next to the Chicago Bulls. And today they end the 4-game and 6-day road journey. They'll be back home on Tuesday to face Minnesota, while the Celtics play in Milwaukee against the Bucks on Tuesday, then return home for Cleveland on Wednesday.
The Bucks arena has not been a friendly place to Boston over the last few years.
They have made an adjustment on the time. Instead of 4.2 remaining, when Bird grabbed that rebound, they lost an additional 1/10 of a second. So it's 4 1/10 of a second to go.
Now let's see if Portland uses its delay of game to try and expose the play that the Celtics have set up here. Remember, 2 delay of games technical.
All right, let's go over to Ahmad. Apparently we've had technical problems with Ahmad's microphone. Gamble will look to inbound, and the delay of game has been called on Bryant, so they had that, as you mentioned, that delay of game to give.
Mark Bryant crossed the line, gave the rest of his team a chance to look at it.
And now Gamble for Bagley, looking to tie it. Here's Gamble. Yes! Off the buzzer! And we go to a second overtime.
In most end-of-game situations, the most dangerous guy is the guy who takes the ball out of bounds, the passer. That time, Portland elected not to have somebody up on the ball tight. That's the guy that knocked it out.
We'll be back with a second overtime in a moment.
Take away the passing lane to Larry Bird, but the most dangerous guy is the passer, Gamble. Drexler turns his head. Gamble runs to the corner. Nobody has Kevin Gamble. Bottom of the net. The good penetration by Bagley. Knows exactly where his teammate's going to be in the deep right corner.
Kevin Gamble has hit 6 of 7 from the field. It is on to a second overtime. Robert Parrish and Jerome Kersey will jump it up. Parrish playing with 5 fouls, as is Bird, as is McHale. Kevin Duckworth is already fouled out. 5 apiece on Clyde Drexler and Buck Williams. And the Celtics control. Bird up front with McHale and Parrish, Bagley and Gamble at the guard positions. The game is tied at 1:34. Larry Bird with the fake to draw the foul on Kersey. So that is 5 on Jerome Kersey.
You can see Bird grimace because he knew that he had the defensive man in the air. If he would have just turned and shot it, he would have had the 2 free throws. The fake gets him up. Right there, he should have shot it. He knows it.
Larry Bird with 47 points.
Points in 49 minutes.
But Bird's pass picked off by Bryant. Larry Porter has had a magnificent game for Clyde Drexler. Here's Jerome Kersey. And Bagley gets to it.
Bird doing a good job of putting his body on Buck Williams, kept him off the ball. Bagley comes up with it.
Bird changed his mind and found Bagley.
You're exactly right. He changed his mind late. The dump down pass at the end.
Boston by 2. Porter. And the call is last touched by the Trailblazers. Larry Bird with that pass for John Bagley collected his 10th assist, so he now has a triple-double. Boston leads 136-134. Bird for the Braves. And Buck Williams on the rebound. Kersey. Whoa. Kevin McHale called for number 6.
Just a moment ago when the shot goes up, Larry Bird puts a body on his man like he's supposed to, lets his teammate take care of the rebound. And then the shot? No, the late pass for the score. McHale knows that he's going to take this one and try to finish it with a dunk. The challenge, the official felt arm, not ball.
So Kevin McHale with a very strong performance leads with 22 points. And Eddie Pinckney, hearing the chant from the crowd, has checked in. Replacing Kevin McHale, who's fouled out. Kersey at the line. And the Trailblazers suffering at the line in the final minutes of regulation and overtime. Kersey is now 3 for 6 from the free throw line. So he misses both, but last touched by the Celtics.
You mentioned earlier that the Celtics are the #1 team in the league from the free throw line. Portland ranked 13th overall in the NBA, right in the middle of the pack at about 75% as a team.
Drexler, guarded by Gamble. Oh, spectacular move by Drexler, and he draws the foul, so Clyde to the free throw line.
And a good call that time. Gamble slapping him across the arm as he made his move in the lane. He covers so much ground with those strides. He gets from outside the lane to halfway across the other side on his takeoff.
Drexler is now 10 out of 14 from the line, and Portland is within 1. 40 gone by in the second overtime, and the game is tied at 136.
Mark Bryant, now the matchup on Bird, a little bit bigger and stronger.
Bagley for Pinckney. Boston 138, and Portland 136.
Well, Larry Bird couldn't free himself of Bryant, so Bagley made a good decision. Penetration.
Parrish off the Porter miss. Takes a lapse on Parrish. Porter going for the tie-up. Here's Bagley. Well, like Larry Bird, John Bagley was a question mark for today because of a sore right foot. They checked him out with x-rays, which came up negative, and he has had a terrific game and has put the time in today. Drexler, rebounded by Parrish, so Boston in possession. They lead it by 4.
And the reason that Bagley was injured because he hadn't been playing a lot with Sherman Douglas back. He was trying to keep himself in shape, did a lot of jump rope work, bruised his foot that way, perhaps doing a little too much.
Bird, yes! Bird off the fake. He has 49. The Celtics open up a 6-point lead, and Portland has called for time.
Larry Bird in that familiar pose, back to the basket, checking out the center of the floor, and then the slight ball fake, step back, and the groove, as usual, in the hole.
A minute 57 remaining in the second overtime. Boston with a 142-136 lead on Portland. As we mentioned earlier, Larry Bird had a career-high 60 back in 1985 against the New Orleans Jazz. Here's Porter for three. And it's Boston ball.
And Rick Alleman really upset, feeling that the Celtics had torn Mark Bryant's arms off. It could have been a travel just before that the other way, though.
Foul committed by Mark Bryant. So Larry Bird will throw in. A minute and 33 remaining in the second overtime. Celtics 4 out of 5 from the field in the second overtime. Portland, as you saw, 0 for 5. The longest game this season, a 3-overtime affair between Utah and Chicago. Boston by 8. It does not appear that this will go past the second overtime, as Portland has called for time.
If you let the guy shoot the ball, he makes it. So what do? You double team. He finds open teammates. Pinckney flashing to the open spot, finishes it off with a dunk. Larry Bird likes it. He knows it's happening right now for the Celtics. Rick Alleman, on the other hand, not real excited about what's taking place out there against his team.
Well, Rick Alleman's Portland Trailblazers have not scored a point the last 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And in the second overtime, they have been outscored by Boston 10-2. A dramatic performance by the Boston Celtics, sparked by Larry Bird, who has hit for 49 points. A minute 15 remaining in the second OT.
Celtics have Larry Bird guarding Danny Ainge right now.
Drexler, yes, and it counts. So the Trailblazers within 6, and Drexler will go to the line. Clyde Drexler with 40 points.
The last thing you want to do in this situation is give them a chance for a three-point play. They'll take the three any way they can get it, from the outside or from the inside.
Three-point play by Drexler. And Boston now leads by 5 off the pressure. A foul is called. It's on Ainge.
I'm not sure that Portland needs to foul this early. It's 5 points, a minute and 9 seconds remaining. You can go into your full court pressure, but don't commit a foul intentionally this early.
Portland is already over the limit. The next one will put the Celtics over the foul limit. Celtics have hit 35 for 39 from the foul line. Portland is 35 for 48, and many of their misses have come down the stretch. 6-point Celtic lead as we come up on 1 minute remaining. Crowd wanted a palming violation on Drexler. Ainge lost the handle. Porter with the recovery. Ainge for 3.
Stay back and cover the three-point line.
Here's Porter from downtown. Last touch by Bird, says Bob Delaney. It will be Portland ball.
Is it off Bird? The official thinks it's the left hand of Larry Bird that was in there.
50 seconds to go in the second overtime. The Celtics lead 145-139. Drexler for three. And now the Trailblazers not able to hit from three-point line. Buck Williams will go to the foul line. Portland is now 8 for 19 from downtown.
If that ball goes in the basket for Buck, it would have been their second opportunity for a three in close to the basket. If you're going to commit a foul down there, take the guy down so he can't score the basket.
Robert Parrish has fouled out, and he hears it from the crowd. So Parrish and Lewis have fouled out for Boston. Duckworth lost on fouls for Portland. 22 points and 10 rebounds for the Chief, Robert Parrish.
Chris Ford is going to bring back D. Brown, who has been out since he was injured earlier in the game with that thigh bruise. Bringing back D to match up better against the Trailblazers. Put another ball handler in, a guy who can make his free throws, a guy to defend. D doesn't look like he's walking very well right now as he comes out. He's been out a long time. He is not loose, and he's injured.
Buck Williams only 4 out of 8 from the line. Oh, is he off? He has not only been missing, he is either throwing short or long, way off. The Celtics 145, the Trailblazers 140. Bagley is fouled by Porter.
Well, it's a decision that you have to make. You do one or the other. You either foul immediately and don't let the opposition run any time off the clock, put them on the free throw line, hope that they miss a couple, you try and come down and score, or you have to decide to dig in, get a defensive stop, and then go after the scores. It's obvious Portland's made the first decision. Foul them right away, put them on the line, go from there.
Bagley on the line for the first time. Chris Ford in an offensive defensive shuffle has Rick Fox replaced D. Brown. The Boston lead is 6. 40 seconds to go in the second overtime. Drexler with the spin. Nice setup for Buck Williams. It's down to a 4-point lead. Bird unleashes to Fox. That's a problem. Here's Ainge for three. He's got it! Danny Ainge buries the three. 148-144. Boston with the lead in a wild finish with 31 seconds remaining in the second overtime. Ainge.
You have the bird.
So Rick Fox will go to the line.
The toughest thing about this pass by Bird is that it comes from behind the backboard, under the backboard. You try to remind your players always to clear the backboard one side or another. After the score, the quick return, and Ainge shoots it over the top of Ed Pinkney.
Rick Fox, a 76% free throw shooter, and he's 0 for 3 this afternoon. Boston, 149. Portland, 145. See time running down. Buck Williams, yes! It is down to a 2-point Celtic lead. 20 seconds to go in the second overtime. Here's Fox with Williams back, and Gamble is fouled. It's a reach-in. So Gamble to the line. Clyde Drexler picking up his 6th. Oh, tremendous performance by Clyde Drexler. And he's receiving a standing ovation from the crowd here in Boston. 41 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds.
Well, he carried this Trailblazer team at the beginning of the season when they were going through some tough times with some other players. He's been the mainstay throughout the season, and he certainly showed up today and tried to keep that streak going of 7 wins for the Trailblazers.
Robert Pack, the rookie from the University of Southern California, will replace Drexler. Well, the crowd here well aware that they have seen a regular season classic. 14 seconds to go in the second overtime, and Kevin Gamble has given the Celtics a 3-point lead. Trailblazers have one timeout left. Boston with 3. Gamble with clutch free throw shooting, extending to a 151-147 lead, and Portland takes a timeout. 14 and 9/10 seconds to go in the second overtime. Clyde Drexler in a duel with Larry Bird, although they rarely went head-to-head, but Drexler with the big numbers, Bird with 49 points. Larry Bird with a triple-double. Larry Bird was thought to be a scratch for today because of the Achilles tendon injury and a bruised thigh, and he has come through with his best game of the season.
Well, at the end of regulation time, this is the play that got the Celtics into the first overtime. Was it questionable whether he was over the three-point line? It sure was. Was it questionable whether he could get it off? It sure was, but it still went in.
So the Trailblazers with the timeout, down by 4. See the time remaining. And the Blazers have just used their final timeout. Portland Trailblazers at 46 and 18, second best record in the NBA behind the Chicago Bulls. 7 straight wins. They won 21 of the last 26. They have been enormously successful on the road. They've won 14 of the last 18 on the road, while the Boston Celtics trying to end a 3-game losing streak and hoping to use this game to build on. Tuesday they're at Milwaukee, Wednesday back home for Cleveland, Friday at Detroit, so a rough stretch coming up. Ainge able to save that pass, played tightly by Fox, can't find the shot, now does. He's trying to draw a 4-point play. Fox committing the foul, and Ainge to the line with 8 seconds to go.
And it's a rookie mistake that time by Rick Fox. There's no reason at all for you to be elevating and going in the air until Ainge is up. This ball fake is just designed there to get you up. He accomplishes what he wants. He's got the clock stop, opportunity to pick up 2 points without losing any more time.
Ainge is 4 for 4 from the line, 80% free throw shooter. Boston by 3.
Ainge looking over to Rick Adelman, asking him, should I make it or should I miss this one with 8.7 seconds remaining?
What would your call be?
Make the basket, go after the ball after.
They missed it. Pinckney with the rebound, hit from behind by Williams. So Buck Williams has fouled out. He is the 3rd Trailblazer to foul out, joining Duckworth and Drexler.
The other problem for Rick Adelman, no more timeouts remaining. He must do everything now in transition after the Celtics shoot these free throws.
Abdelnaby checks back in for the Celtics. An excellent free throw shooter, Ed Pinckney, to the line. He's 83% for the season. But 1 of 2 this afternoon. Incidentally, the 49 points by Larry Bird is the 2nd highest scoring total this season. Dominique Wilkins had a 52-point game against the Knicks in a double overtime earlier in the year. 4-point lead, time running down. Ainge for 3. Game in double overtime here in Boston. The Celtics defeat the Trailblazers 152 to 148. 49 points for Larry Bird on 19 of 35 from the field. 41 points for Clyde Drexler. A triple-double for Bird. 49 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 assists.
A sensational performance. Both teams up for the game, played at the top of their respective games. Both coaches can't be anything but happy with the performance out here. And then the two superstars, Drexler for Portland and Bird for Boston, stepping forward with terrific games.
So the Celtics now 36-29. They stopped the losing streak at 3. They are now 3.5 behind the Knicks, while Portland drops to 46-19. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad from Boston.